morning, welcome back to the chaos. If you're new here, I'm Ryan, and we are actually headed to Myrtle Beach for Mustang week. And well, for Paul and I, it's actually Mustang day. Kind of missed all the events leading up to Saturday's the big cruise-in, so we're at least gonna be able to check that out. We are kind of gambling with Mother Nature today though, so all the weather reports that we look at just shows like 80% chance of rain pretty much all day. So I don't know, hoping for the best, but got my 2000 Mustang ready to go, and then Paul and his 2008 Mustang, we're gonna meet up with him and cruise in together. So let's go ahead and hit the road. Just met up with Paul, so we're gonna be heading down to Myrtle Beach. So last year was the quote-unquote last one, and Paul missed it, but obviously didn't miss anything because now here we are a year later and it's right back in action. So he's got his car all cleaned up, ready to go. Just hoping we can, like I was saying before, we're kind of gambling a little bit with the weather, but it's the beach. You never know. I don't know, it could veer off. That's what we're hoping. So we got our fingers crossed, but excited to get down there. I know personally, one of the things that I'm hoping to see today is always a bunch of new edge, of course, but I also want to see hoping the dark horse is there, like the new dark horse. Paul has had that name for his car since 2008, I guess, like when you coined that phrase a long time ago. So he's the OG dark horse. But yeah, I'm hoping to see that because I feel like they should be, like the 2004s I think have already started hitting dealerships.
Yeah.
So, and I think because I saw one for the first time on the dyno, like I saw a dyno video just this week, and it was putting down decent numbers. But yeah, I would like to see him in person because the one that I saw on the dyno was all white, which obviously love white, that's my go-to color, but I wasn't really feeling it. So I'm curious to see it in person.
I saw a dark gray one at Cars and Coffee with manufacturer plates. Color? Yeah, so it looks better in person in my opinion.
That's what, yeah. So I'm behind the curve on this one because I haven't seen one yet, but I'm hoping to see that. Odds of seeing what the GTD, I think is what they're calling it. Yeah. Odds of seeing that?
Probably.
Yeah. But you know, we can hope. So, but yeah, what's kind of on your list of things you would like to see?
You know, I've been wanting to do things for years to the car, and I just kind of want to see what other people have done on their builds out there and kind of see what they look like in person, because it's different when you see something in person.
Oh, of course.
And you know, just kind of build a mental shopping list in my head of things I want to do.
Yep, always. But enough talk, let's go ahead and hit the road. We'll catch up with you in Myrtle Beach. Well, Paul and I are sad boys. We made it to Buc-ee's in Florence, South Carolina, which is like just barely across the North Carolina-South Carolina border, which Buc-ee's is awesome, but as you can kind of tell from this crazy cloud behind us, it's got us nervous. And kind of looking at the radar, it's exactly right over the Myrtle Beach Mall where the show is. So we're kind of gonna waste a little bit of time here. Hopefully it's pushing really quickly, so that big crazy looking storm cell, I mean, from the time we've been standing here for 5 minutes or so, like it's already moved almost out of sight or from where it started. So we're gonna take some shelter. Thanks Buc-ee's for having so many pumps that hopefully we won't block too many people, but we're gonna take shelter for a little bit and hunker down and just hope this thing blows over. But oh, I'm so sad. And we were both just talking about, like, we rarely drive these cars. I think this car has seen rain a handful of times, and windshield wipers questionable, I don't know, and I haven't rain X'd the windshield either, so it may work. It may or may not.
Don't want to chance it.
Yeah, no, not at all. So we're gonna go hunker down. So Paul and I have waited out the storm, so looking at the radar, like, we've become weathermen over the past 20 minutes or so, but I don't know, we're both feeling it. Like, we got that, we don't want enough FOMO, like, so we don't want to not go. Like, we made it this far, so kind of looking at the radar, it looks like if we push through that, we got about an hour drive left. So hopefully the plan or the hope is by the time we get there, we'll be on the tail end of the storm, so that way, like, it'll be perfectly clear. We can walk around. Like, yeah, it's gonna be wet, but we can still, like I said, there's should be vendors still set up. We've seen, you know, like checking like their Facebook page and stuff, there's still people there. And we're just hoping kind of everybody's got the same mentality we do, that, hey, this afternoon should be fine. So that's when they'll show up. But it's crazy sitting here at Buc-ee's for the past 20 minutes or so. I've seen a lot of Mustangs roll through. In fact, there's like a beautiful drift Mustang sitting right beside us, a Cobra. So we're gonna hit the road and hope for the best. Well, Paul, we made it, and there's actually a better turnout than I expected, or at least from like the 5 seconds as we're rolling through the parking lot. But we made it safely, thank goodness. But we were just talking about there was a 350 GT 350 that didn't fare so good. So hope everybody's okay, but that looked very sad. That was pitiful to see. But yeah, there's a lot more people, which I'm glad of, because I mean, don't be wrong, like there's normally like thousands of people here, and it looks to be about half that. But let's walk around and see what we can see. we saw, we conquered. Thank God we actually came, because originally we were kind of on the fence about it, but although there wasn't, I don't know, usually I would say there's probably 1,000 cars at this meet, and today there's probably half that amount. But either way, still a huge turnout, still a good time. Definitely glad we came. Standout car for me was probably like the wide body. It was like kind of that hexagonal carbon overlaid, just wide body, big wing, newer, like the Coyote style. I don't know what years those are, but newer style Mustang. What about you?
You know, I kind of leaned a little bit towards the late 60s, early 70s, kind of the resto mod.
Yeah.
A couple of those we'd seen out today.
I was gonna say, there's a few of them that had, yeah, like the newer 5.0s in them and stuff, and beautiful cars. I mean, like, everywhere you look, like, that's the crazy part, is just, we were talking about like all the different generations were represented out here, and it's just kind of crazy to think about. This is what, the 60th anniversary of Mustang, or well, 2024 will be the 60th anniversary, but got to see, that was kind of what I was hoping for, is to be able to see like that 2024 Mustang. Got to see the Dark Horse, which was awesome, and then RTR's version as well. And actually, like, I think that was kind of agreed. We kind of like the RTR version better. Yeah. Which I think in the long run would be cheaper to go that route, because you could, I think the way it works is you buy like a base GT, send it to RTR, they throw their spin on it and serial number, that kind of thing. But it's probably one, yeah, easier to get and looks better, cheaper. I don't know if they have any performance package yet, but that might be to come. I don't know, but yeah, tip of the hat to RTR, because they've nailed it. But that's 2023 Mustang Week down. Glad we came, but I appreciate everybody watching. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. We'll catch you in the next one.